Great half right here.
The 2025 high school football season is flying right on by.
Jarvis Washington!
Tonight, some of our local teams hope to build on strong starts, while others aim to right the ship. We've got it all. The big hits, the salivating food, and of course, a lot of touchdowns. It's week 4 of Sportsline Friday night.
Hey, let's go, Carlo, let's go.
And it starts right now.
Welcome to Sportsline Friday night. I am Kevin Baptiste alongside no one at the moment. Sports Director Jacques Doucet is in Oxford for the big LSU Ole Miss game tomorrow. John Needs is in the building, I promise you, but he is still tightening up his shot sheets and his highlights from his games. He will be out here shortly, but right now, Kev is holding down the fort. And we're going to start things off with a little matchup of reigning state champions. Central, they won Division I non-select last year. Cecilia, they won Division II non-select. So let's see how things turned out in the 3-3-7. Early first quarter, Central just inside midfield. 3rd and 16, Max Gassiot is going to hit Brody Dial for the first down. Move those chains. A few plays later, Gassiot is going to call his own number and run a little quarterback draw and get into the end zone for the touchdown. 7-0 Wildcats. Late first quarter now, same score. Cecilia just inside midfield. Colin Dorr is going to take a shot down the field. That goes into the hands of Mason Moore, but Mason Moore plays for the other team. That is an interception. And Moore is going to make a nice little return right here. He's going to get brought down just beyond midfield. That sets up the offense in good field position. Second quarter now, the field flips. Central's offense working off the turnover. Shane Brown gets the first down in a goal-to-goal situation now, and the drive is going to end with Brody Naps, not handing out naps, but he does get into the end zone for the touchdown. The extra point's no good. 13-0. Central is rolling. Cecilia, they're trying to get something going right here. Coming up as Dorr is going to take another shot down the field, but he's going to throw his 3rd interception of the game. It's Lane Billings who is there for the takeaway, and he makes another nice return. That sets up the Wildcats offense in good field position once again. And the turnover once again turns into points as Gassiot keeps it for his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game, 19-0. It was 25-7 Central at the half, and they came out the locker room with more points on their mind, and they get it as Brown is going to stroll in 24 yards for the touchdown. They made it 33-7. This game is still going on right now. It's winding down, but it seems like Central is going to hold on for this one, 39-21. We'll update you the final whenever it gets there. All right, let's take you back to last night. The Friars were looking good at Floyd Booty Stadium in Downsonville as Ascension Catholic was hosting Dunham. These teams have played each other the last 3 years. The Tigers have won all 3, but by a combined 5 points. Dunham's first possession of the game, a 4th and short, Elijah Haven rolls to his right. Here's Jarvis Washington for the first down. Washington is going to put it on the turf, but luckily for the Tigers, Tyler Sotal is there to clean it up. So a few plays later, Haven rifles one over the middle and finds Richard Montgomery Jr. for the touchdown. 7-0 Tigers, and that is not the first time that you're going to hear those two in the same highlight in this VO. Later in the first quarter, Haven flares one out to Montgomery, but Shane Oquan puts his helmet on the football, forces the fumble, and Josh Barber recovers it. So the Bulldogs with some momentum and good field position. Dunham's defense, they're going to stand strong, though. Force a 4th down. Ascension Catholic goes for it. Greg Hernandez throws, and no one is there. So no harm, no foul for the defense, still 7-0. Moving to the second quarter now. 3rd and short for Haven and company. The 5-star, not trying to just move the chains. He has 6 on his mind, and there he is, Richard Montgomery Jr. again. 2nd touchdown of the game, 14-0 Tigers. On the ensuing drive, the Bulldogs, they need a spark, and Trevin Simon's going to provide it. The senior gets the handoff, breaks some tackles, and he is off to the races. Reed Williams shows some great hustle, makes a touchdown-saving tackle inside the 5, and that would be important because shortly after it's 4th and goal from the 1, Barber tries to barrel through the pile, but he disappears into the hill of humanity. The officials are eventually sort out the pile, take some time, and they rule that Barber was short of the goal line. Great goal line stand by the Bulldogs defense. By the Dunham defense. Taylor James trying to plead his case, but nothing. 14-0 at the half, and this is where Dunham's offense really turns it up as Haven rolls out, hits Montgomery, stiff arms as would-be tackler, and gets inside the goal line for the touchdown, his third of the night. He would add a fourth later. 21-0 Tigers. Right after that, Neil Weiner hoping to land the dagger, dials up an onside kick. Neil Weiner is good for these type of moves, and it pays off. Well executed. Gavin Bird is going to get the recovery for the Tigers after the ref sorted out, and Dunham capitalizes as Haven is going to hit Chris Thomas for the walk-in touchdown. 28-0 Dunham at that point. And this is actually Neil Weiner's 100th career victory, and you know the team is going to hype him up right there as they bamboozle his post-game interview with our former sports director, Steve Schneider. Love that for him. Big celebration as Dunham goes on to win 42-7 the final in this one. Dunham bounces back from that tough loss last week against St. Charles Catholic, and Neil Weiner gave his thoughts on that after the game.
Oh, absolutely. Look, for the whole team, for sure, for Elijah to be able to come back, but everybody picking up everybody else. We love playing St. Charles. They make us better. We knew going into that game, regardless of what happened in the school board, we were going to be a better football team. It's going to help us down the stretch. So our kids responded quickly. It was nice having a Thursday game. Didn't give them any time to think about it or feel sorry for themselves.
Nice bounce back for Dunham, and congrats to Neil Weiner on his 100th career win. We are just getting started on Sportsline Friday night. Y'all stay right there. We'll be back after this. Sportsline, there was a good one up in North Louisiana. Two of the powerhouses in our state. Catholic High was at West Monroe. 8th all-time meeting between these programs. The Rebels with 5-2, but the Bears have won the last two, and the Rebels defense came out good one in this one. At first it was Maddox Cobb with the hit, and then Lily Smoltz with the hit. The Bears force a turnover right here from Brady Giat. And then the Bears offense turns the turnover into points. Baylor Graves keeps it for the touchdown, so 7-0 as Catholic gets on the board first. Hudson Fuller and company looking to remain 4-0 on the season. Rebels looking to answer, and Giat is going to hit Sam Turner on a 46-yard gain. West Monroe in business. That's going to set up Christian Ponte from 7 yards out. Goes in standing up for the touchdown. That ties it up at 7. After Catholic High scores a touchdown to make it 14-7, Kieran McNeil is going to get the kickoff, and he is going to take the kickoff to the house. finds a seam off to the races. He had an 86-yard touchdown last week. That one was another long one that tied it at 14. Catholic High still trying. This was a tie ball game, but West Monroe will go on to win the game as we show field goal. You know, kickers get love too. West Monroe goes on to win 27-24 to hand Catholic High their first loss of the season. Still a good game regardless. That's pretty ill, I'm not gonna lie. Great flyover, great singing. Live Oak on the road at Walker. The Eagles getting something going early on as Caden Jones is gonna hit Tyson Sykes, sorry about that, for the first down. And then Live Oak's offense, they're gonna hit paydirt right here as Jones throws it up to Cash Money Records, taking over for the 9-9 in the 2000s. Cash Davis for the touchdown. 2-point conversion was good. 8-0 Live Oak strikes first. But Walker, they get down in scoring position. The running back wearing number 96, Jaden Wilson, gets the handoff. It's eventually brought down, but not before a first down pickup. And that leads to a field goal. I told you kickers get love too from Aaron Stern, 8-3 at that point. And Live Oak goes on to win 38-31. So Walker, they've lost 3 straight after that exciting win week 1. All right, let's stick in that District 5-5A, Dutchtown against Prairieville. These two teams played in the Jamboree and it went down to the wire like the very last play. It was 13-7 in this one. Griffins at the half. Skylar Kelly of Prairieville tries to scramble, but Carter Wrench is having none of it as he gets the sack. That sets up Dutchtown's offense. Owen Fletcher swing pass to Derek Walker-Weiss down the sideline. He takes it in for the touchdown. PAT was good. 20-7 Dutchtown. Let's see if Prairieville can respond. Skylar Kelly tries to run again, and he goes nowhere again as Drew Price with the tackle for loss. That sets up the Griffins offense. Fletcher finds Martell Rogers underneath, and he does the rest, goes down the sideline, untouched for the touchdown. 2-point conversion was good to follow. 28-7 Dutchtown. And their offense, hey, they're not done yet. They're going to be looking for more as Clay Walker-Weiss is going to find Zach Dotter up the middle for a long touchdown. 35-7. This is nothing like the Jamboree as they flash those LED lights in Griffin Stadium. Nothing like the Jamboree as Dutchtown gets this one with no problems. 42-7 in that one. Hey, Sportsline Friday night just getting started. We got a lot more games. Johnny's will be out here eventually. Come back after this. The Sportsline, the undefeated Santa Maria Gators hosted Scotlandville, and these Gators, their offense has been rolling in the first 3 weeks of the season. And look like that was the case today as Cooper Babin calls his own number. Goes down the sideline for a nice first down gain, a goal-to-go situation. And that's going to lead to a handoff for Jordan Hickerson, who goes up the middle, standing up for the touchdown, 7-0. The Gators defense is going to flex their muscles next as Jannard Green for Scotlandville can't go nowhere, just met by a whole bunch of Gators on the sack. As the homecoming court is loving that for Santa Mar. The offense gets back to it as Quentin Elzer takes a pitch. Brought down, but not before a first down pickup. And that's going to lead to 25 again. Hickerson, or Hockerson, one of them. Sorry if I'm wrong. I'll say both of them just to be safe. 14-0 Santa Mar. Let's look at the final score, guys, as they go on to win 28-14 to remain undefeated in this one. So Santa Mar, they're just going to keep that thing going for right now until somebody stops them. All right, let's go with Bel Air and Santa Mar, another District 6-4A matchup in this one. St. Michael and Bel Air, in this one, District 6-4A. Boogie Levinston, their quarterback, is going to hand it off to Nathan Contine for the first down. And St. Michael, they love to run that football a lot, so they're going to just stick with running that football as Contine gets it again, goes to his left, powers through a couple of tackles, eventually brought down, but another first down pickup for Contine. And then, next play, Boogie, option, pitch to Contine, and this time it's going to be a touchdown for the Warriors. So 7-0, St. Michael gets on the board first. Bel Air is going to try to get some offense going on, but the Warriors D-line is going to have none of it as Champ Williams is the first one there for the takedown. Bel Air back at it again, drops back, but this time it's a sack for Jackson Sampson, and he gets some help from his teammate. That's a real teammate right there, help him up just like that. And that gives the Warriors offense good field position as Boogie Levinson connects with Johnny McCarty for the quick first down. And then check out this play from Levinson coming up. Well, I guess we'll make sure that tomorrow. All right, 35-7 the final in this one. St. Michael, they have no troubles. They remain undefeated. Hey, we got another District 6-4A contest to show you. Plaquemine and Bruley, we got those highlights coming up from John Eads. Sportsline Friday Night continues after this. is going to join us eventually. John, I'm from the West Side, so I know how seriously these rivalries are. Bruley and Plaquemine, these are two teams that, they like to talk a lot of smack. So how was it today?
Big one. I walked in at halftime. I could feel the tension in the air. Plaquemine was leading 20-6, and let's see how it finished up. Of course, as Kevin said, big rivalry on the West Side. I heard that Bruley punched it into the red zone a couple different times, but was intercepted twice. So that's something to monitor here. Maybe that's why this was a 14-point game at the break. So Drake Vincent, here, Bruley with the ball, throws, complete to Roderick Covington. He is splattered by Dalen Jenkins. Big hit, flag down. So that's a first down, and you add the 15 yards there for the personal foul. So Bruley back in the red zone. This is 4th and goal. Red zone turnover's been an issue. As I said, here's another one. Vincent intercepted in the end zone by Roderick Lil Joe Bingham. And it remains a 20-6 game. The Panthers come up empty. So 4th down in the next position. Plaquemine goes fake punt. This is John Walker. Follows the blocks. Has the yardage. And he's into Bruley territory. But bring it on back. There is the laundry on the field. Another flag for holding. That wipes away that play. So Bruley back with it. They need offense. They need it quickly. Vincent complete. Juggle with it. Darion Bennett, though, eventually reels it in over midfield. That's a first down. Now we'll take you to the 4th quarter. The same drive. Covington gets the handoff, bounces it outside, and cruises into the end zone for the touchdown. So that makes it 20-12. I don't include the PAT, and I'll show you why. Alfredo Gerardo off the upright. No sauce on this one. So it's 20-12 in the 4th quarter. Plaquemine with the ball. They're trying to run out this clock. 3rd down. Walker hands off to Spencer Collins Jr. Short game, but good enough to move the chains. A few plays later, it's 4th down and long. Bruley needs the stop here. Brennan Miles takes the snap, looks left, scanning. He'll heave it, and it's incomplete, but you saw that big collision there, and a flag would fly in. The officials would confer if that was a foul or not, and eventually they'd wave it off. Donald Williams was not happy with the call, but meanwhile, Bruley very excited about it. They've got life. They got another opportunity. 3 minutes to go. An 8-point game. Need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. 3rd down here, Vincent chucks it deep, and he is intercepted again. Travis Riley is the hero, diving in there for the INT on the back end, and from there, Plaquemine would run out the clock because Bruley had no timeouts left. 20-12 is the final score. I'd say it lived up to the hype, Kevin. What an excellent game there.
I think it did. They hand Bruley their first loss of the season. How about that? All right, Capital against Slaughter. Slaughter came in undefeated, and they've been scoring some points on people. They've scored a minimum 43 points in these last 3 games. And let's see if they can match that again today. As Capital, Cameron Wilson goes back to pass, but that is intercepted by Thomas Carter Jr., and that is a pick 6, folks. 7-0 Knights, just like that. The homecoming court, they're loving it. I promise you. It may not look like it, but they're loving it. And then their offense is going to get to it as Tykemian Ford is going to hand it to Nadorian Johnson for the touchdown. 14-0 Slaughter, but Ford is going to get a touchdown right here. He keeps it, calls his own number, 21-0 at that point. Slaughter goes on to win by the final score of 56-0, and they remain undefeated. Hey, we got more Sportsline Friday night coming up in just a bit. Hey, WBX8, y'all can go right there. That's when you can catch us, and you can also continue watching on YouTube and the app. For John Nees, I'm Kevin Baptiste. Stick with us.
Welcome back to Sportsline Friday Night with Kevin Baptiste. I'm John Eads. If you joined us for the first half, it was a very exciting show. But, Kevin, we got a whole second half here, and I consider myself kind of a second half player. So I showed up for the third quarter, and we're going to kick it off in a big way with a 5A game.
Yeah, man, East Ascension, Denham Springs, this district, it got a lot of passionate fan bases, a lot of historic teams and everything. And this matchup really did live up to that hype in that District 5A, as it was 13-7 East Ascension at this point. And their offense is going to look for more as Zaylen Smith is going to throw up to his target, but that is intercepted by Quentin Clay, who gets the interception. So Denham Springs trying to do something as Brenton Paul gets the handoff, fights off would-be tacklers for a first down. And then later, little play action from DeJohn Goldman.
Watch out.
He's going to throw to his brother, Deshaun Goldman, wide open across the middle. And he is gone for the touchdown. Denham Springs takes the lead, 14-13. The Yellow Jackets are up. But
A little twin-to-twin action there. Love
a
that.
little bit. The Spartans are going to respond, or try to, as Jason Blackburn gets the pitch for the first down. Move those chains, and then a few plays later, Zaylen Smith is going to hit Bryson Martinez for the first down. Tight end, big boy doing work.
Yeah, he's committed to LSU to play offensive line, though.
How about that? And then East Ascension gets into the end zone play action as Mason Coteau for the touchdown. 19-14, Spartans retake the lead, and they're going to go for two, but it fails. So it remains at that 19-14. John, what's the rule on kickoffs?
Something crazy happens. Let's see.
Something crazy happens, and not good for Denham Springs, it looks like. That is going to be fumbled and recovered by the Spartans. So the offense, good field position to work with. Zaylen Smith is going to roll out.
Oh, man.
Throwback pass to Blackburn, wide open, doesn't get in the end zone, but he gets to the 2-yard line.
Nice play there.
Yeah, real good play, but they're going to let Blackburn finish it off. Might as well, right? I mean, right
He did all the hard work.
He did all the hard work. Might as well.
Yeah.
Right up the middle for the touchdown. 26-14 EA, who has been burned off 10 minutes on that one drive. Wow. Okay, that's amazing.
That's
But
crazy, actually.
Denham Springs trying to get back into it. Goldman to Goldman for the first down. 38 seconds left. And then Goldman, deep pass to Brenton Paul.
Wow, nice shot.
Good shot, Meeks. I like that. At the 1-yard line, 2 seconds left, and quarterback sneak touchdown, 26-20 as time expires. So EA wins, but there was some chaos in the handshake line. There's one EA coach onto the ground. We had a little bit of fisticuffs, maybe some trash talk, maybe some yo mama jokes, all that stuff.
Things get contentious, man. That's a very competitive district, and those two teams really wanted that win, obviously.
Yeah, we hope that coach is all right.
No doubt, yeah.
But, a chaotic ending to a chaotic game, it seems like. 26-20 EA in this one. We got posts from this one, guys. Let's go to the post. Let's go.
Look, there's not a lot of football programs these days that want to play as physical as we want to play. So, look, we knew we was in a good spot at half. We got the ball coming out. So we talked to them about going out and finish, right? We've been in this situation 3 times already this season. 2 of them we had the lead and we gave it up. And then one of them, we was trailing and we came back and won the game. And look, for us, it's about winning one moment at a time. Look, we wasn't looking at the whole half. We looked at winning on kick return and then going down, drive the ball on offense, and just winning one moment at a time. We ain't looking too far ahead, and we're just learning from the past.
It's hard to say you're not looking too far ahead when you look at that last drive and you guys burned off almost 11 minutes off the clock. What kind of discipline and strategy goes into that?
One play at a time. Win that one moment, right? We want to win one play. We want to move forward and win the next one. It's nothing more, nothing less, right? We're not looking at running the whole clock down. We're looking at, hey, we got to win this play and then snap that ball where we want it and win the next one. So I'm proud of our guys for winning one moment at a time, one play at a time.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep, thank you.
Tell you what, Brock Mathern is the best facial hair probably in the Baton Rouge area. And a big win for the Spartans. I mean, he's doing a good job. So, homecoming game here for St. John and Plaquemine against Hamilton Christian. The court was looking lovely. This is a rematch of a playoff battle from last year. And we'll start it with a deep ball. Javon Vital. Pass is complete to Christopher Rideau. He's celebrating. Everything looks good. But a flag. I feel like this is every game I did tonight, Kevin. There was flags down on big plays there. So bring it on back. Vital rolling out here, complete to Rideau. This time it's legal. And it's complete, obviously, for a first down. So that moves the chains inside the 45-yard line. Vital calling his own number a few plays later, follows his blocks. He is a very, very good athlete. Look at him striding inside the pylon, running through that last tackle. 7-0 Hamilton Christian. Kevin, watch the handshake here. We've all got that person in our life that, we got a secret handshake with. You and I should probably develop that there.
We'll work on it.
Sounds good. So 7-0 Warriors. Here we go. Back to your rules. Special teams.
Uh-oh, let's see.
Ball's loose, and there's a big scrum for it. It would take a while for the official ruling to come in. Eventually, the officials would point to Hamilton Christian's direction, so they get the ball, and they would then turn that into points. Vital, same play call as before. Straight quarterback keep, running right. Finds some space, bounces out of a couple tackles. Somehow Houdini's his way through there. He's still going, and he scores. I was talking to Coach Trosclair, St. John's coach, before the game. He said, hey, this quarterback over there, you're going to want to know his name, man. He's a stud, and he did not lie to me. We were saying, hey, you just hope he doesn't make too many plays on you, right? Well, St. John Blackman makes a play on him here. Big scrum for the football, pops loose. And in the right place was Andrew LeBlanc. He falls on it. So St. John Blackman gets the ball, and the offense was kind of quiet through the first quarter, but they finally let out a roar here. This is Ahmad Wilson taking the handoff, running right, and there is nobody in the second level. All he's got to do is hit the Nas. He does that, and he outruns everybody. A long touchdown run to get the Eagles on the board, 14-7. At that point, and they got a little bit of life, a little bit of energy over at Plaquemine for this homecoming game. Moving to the second quarter, Hamilton Christian with the ball. Vital would cough it up again. Kind of spoiling things. Here you go. Throws it deep, and it is picked off. A diving interception by Daniel Broad. Somehow reeled that in. Now, St. John and Plaquemine unfortunately couldn't do anything on offense with that turnover. Hamilton Christian would drive it down, but run out of time later in the second quarter. So 14-7 was the score at the break. And let's see if we have the final score from this game. I imagine it was very competitive all the way through. Oh, I guess not.
Wow.
Well, I thought it would be. 48-13 ends up being the final score. I'm sure Vital had a lot of big plays for the offensive. But don't be surprised if we see this matchup again in the postseason.
Okay, all right. Hey, man, look, St. John still getting it going, bro.
No doubt.
They still getting it going. Brian Trosclair and company. Let's take it back to last night. Port Allen, they took on Mentorship Academy. The Pelicans were looking for their first win of the season. They led 10-8 in the fourth quarter, trying to pad their lead, but they cannot right here as Harlan Anderson is going to fumble at the goal line, recovered by the Sharks, and their offense is going to take advantage of it as Chris McKinley throws a deep bomb to Kenny Jones, and he sheds off a would-be tackler, takes it all the way into the end zone for the touchdown. The two-point conversion was no good. 14-10, Sharks in front. Port Allen with the ball back after a long drive down the field, chance to redeem themselves. Tyler Payne rolls out, throws. Caleb West wide open for the touchdown with 2 minutes left in the game. The Pelicans have a 2-point lead, but this is far from over. Last chance for Mentorship. Let's see what they can do. McKinley throws up a prayer, and it is not going to be answered. It is intercepted by Caleb West as Port Allen goes on to survive. 16-14, first win of the season for Antoine Washington and company.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's his first career win as the head coach there. So nice to get that done there. And Caleb's a great player, man. Yep. Really good player. All right, we got Parkview and St. Martinville here. Take you to the second drive of the game. Logan Sorrell airing it out. And Landon Ripple lays out to make the catch. He got his feet down. Oh, that would have been complete in the NFL, I think, as well. Looked good. Sorrell then keeps, this is an option play, throws it out to Seven Domingue. He breaks a tackle and picks up a nice gain. Play of the game right here, writes Ethan Tuttle. Look at Sorrell. Up and over the defender. Not a touchdown, but still a great gain down inside the 10. He's committed to Kentucky to play baseball. I don't know that there's a lot of jumping in that sport. Perhaps if he's, at home plate trying to jump over the catcher or something like that. Touchdown run there from Marquise Franklin. So 7-0 Eagles in the first quarter. A little bit of everything on that drive. That was very exciting. Franklin wanting more. He would get another handoff. He would run into his own lineman, but it's all good because eventually he barrels in. That makes it 14-0 Parkview. And let's see what the final score in this game was, if we do have it at this point. 42-14. So nice win for Coach Ducote and company. They've had some tough ones here in the beginning of the season, but they're building, I think, getting better each and every week. Kevin?
Who says white man can't jump? That's a movie, by the way.
I can't. I can't.
It's a movie, all right?
Logan can, though.
More Sportsline after this.
Jackson, East Feliciana hosting Episcopal. The Tigers trying for their first win against the Knights since 2018. Pick it up in the third quarter. It's 14-0 East Feliciana. Zach Hu throws complete to Taj Callahan, a guy that was a finalist for our Player of the Week award last week, and he takes it in for the touchdown, so 14-6. Fourth quarter, Hu pitches out to Jackson Young, gets it to the goal line, not quite in. Episcopal still needs that last yard, and Hu would get it for him. He plunges behind his offensive line, so it's 14-12. Of course, you got to go for the two-point conversion. It looks like we did not put that in there, so here's Hu on a later Episcopal possession. Really nice catch there by Jeremy Mitchell, and he gets some yacked as well down to the 5-yard line. Hu, tush push, Jalen Hurts. I can't tell the difference between the two of them. Over the goal line and in, so Episcopal now has the lead. It's 20-14. So East Feliciana hadn't scored since the first half. They need some offense. Marcus Cannon Jr. hands it off to Caden Wilson. His nickname is Curly Top, and he's curling down the sideline and into the end zone. Touchdown, East Feliciana. That ties the game at 20. Now the Tigers elect to go for two instead of kicking the PAT. Cannon keeps it, evades some defenders, and scores. The two-point conversion is good. 22-20 at that point. He says goodnight. Ronaldo loves it. East Feliciana goes on to win this game 22-20. Go ahead, Ronaldo. Go off, man. Their first win against Episcopal since 2018. Huge win for Coach Matthews and company out there.
Hey, that's got to feel good for them, man. I heard Ryan talking about how Episcopal got the best of them the last few years, man. Hey, congrats to them, man. That's a good win.
Ryan Moore, defending Sportsline Player of the Week.
Yes, sir. All right, let's go West Feliciana. They were on the road against Woodlawn. Records were flipped coming into this one. Westfield was 2-1, Woodlawn was 1-2, and Woodlawn's Caden Randall was tearing it up to start the second half. He's going to take it 75 yards to the house. How about that? Show off that speed, young man.
You think he's faster than his dad?
I'll put that to the test.
We'll have to ask him.
Put that to the test. 21-7 Woodlawn at that point, and then they're going to get right back to it. Jalen Knox gets the Panthers right back on the board with a strip and score. How about that? Just takes it from them. 27-7 Panthers after that defensive touchdown. And then they're going to get it back to their offense. Abear trying to get something going for Westfield.
All right, good game.
Completes to Kobe Sullivan for a nice game. Sorry about that. But here comes Woodlawn's defense. They were just playing too well all night. Caden Turner with a nice pass breakup. Let's look at the final score in this one, guys. Woodlawn goes on to win, no troubles, 34-7. They're 2-2. Let's go back to last night's Independence against Albany in this one. Independence looking for their first win of the season. And they got off to a good start as Dion Melton gets the handoff, and he breaks off a long run, nearly 40 yards for the first down. They're going to give it to another running back. This time it's Jamarcus Weatherspoon for the touchdown. So Independence on the board, 7-0. Second quarter now. Tigers looking for more. Kadarius Harris calls his own number. Unable to stay on his feet, but still a first down. And now Harris is going to show off the arm. Little screen pass. Jaden Anderson does the rest. 13-0 Independence. They can sniff that first win of the year, but they ain't going off without a fight. Jake Milton throws deep to Yadarian Williams for the first down. Then they're going to let their running back finish it off as Jonah Grab for the touchdown. Two-point conversion was good, but Independence goes on to win 26-16 for their first win of the year.
Can I make the joke?
Make the joke.
Party like it's 1776, Independence.
We're back after this.
McKinley hosting Broadmoor over at Olympia Stadium for their homecoming game. Malachi Harris with the handoff here, up the middle, hits the second level, nobody between him and the end zone. A 43-yard touchdown. The Buccaneers up 6-0. Those uniforms looking good, man. I like those.
They do.
Kind of looks like a candy wrapper a little bit, you know?
I wasn't thinking that, all right.
McKinley with the ball. Jadarius Moody fakes the handoff, runs through a tackle, and scores. 7-6 in basketball. That would have been 2 points plus the foul, I think. 7-6 at that point. McKinley would punt. It ends up in the hands of Malachi Harris here. This is the kickoff, I should say. And he's weaving, he's moving, he's shaking. And again, I don't know what it is about this guy, but nobody seems to want to tackle him. He's off and running, and I see a lot more white jerseys than blue jerseys there. An 80-yard touchdown makes it 13-6. Moving to the second quarter, this is Brandon Thomas. BJ hitting Quasim Morehouse. This was a fourth down play. Oh, he just got it over the outstretched hand of the defender for the touchdown. Crazy swing there. You know, you get the stop. McKinley has the ball, but no, it's a touchdown, so it's 20-6. McKinley with the ball in front of Broadmoor's end zone, and that's where the ball ends up. And Caleb Smith falls on it there for the touchdown. So it's 26-8. Broadmoor pouring it on. Malachi Harris with another, because why not, a hat trick in these highlights. 48-12, the final score. Big win for Yassine Sarah and company.
That's how you spoil somebody's homecoming.
Yeah.
All right, it was also a homecoming in Rosedale. Look at the North Iberville homecoming court, dressed to the nines, looking divine as their Bears took on Centerville High School. And I just barely got here in time for this touchdown, but hey, we got it, baby. Aiden Malonsaw taking the screen pass from Justice Roy to the house, 7-0 North Iberville.
Come on, Kev, you got to put the pedal to the metal on the freeway.
Hey, look, it got on film. We got it, bro.
Coach Gass is not going to be happy about that.
We still got it. Late first quarter, Bears facing a 3rd and long. Jeremy Favorite gets the draw play, and on a 3rd and long, like I said, he gets the first down, take it down just inside the 5, and you might as well let Mr. Favorite finish off what he did. Give him the ball again, and he powers into the end zone for the touchdown, 14-0 NI. Now, the ensuing kickoff. Here comes the rule.
Kevin, this surely can't be anything crazy.
A sky kick that takes the perfect bounce. Returner is bamboozled. And look, the Bears are Johnny on the spot. Chance Armster, the freshman, recovers it and puts his offense in good field position. And they are going to reap the benefits as Javante Thomas throws to B.J. Malonsaw across the middle for the touchdown. 20-0 Bears. Happy homecoming to North Iberville. 43-0. They remain undefeated on this season.
Another great season, man. 4-0.
Another great season. All right, here's that final score from Central and Cecilia, the game of reigning state champions. Central goes to the 3-3-7 and gets a big-time win, 39-21 to remain undefeated. And that's going to just about do it for Sportsline Friday night. John, another week in the books.
Good show, Kev. Yeah, sorry I missed the first half. We're a second-half team, though, right? And we got it done. So thank you very much for tuning in. Week 4 of Sportsline Friday night is a wrap. For Kevin Baptiste, John Eads. Have a great night.